How you doing, good people? This is the 8-Bit Animal. And today we're going to talk about a game not only based on a film, but that film was originally based on a comic strip from the 1940s. And it's interesting because this was kind of an attempt at, I guess, Walt Disney at trying to make something old feel new again. They wanted to grab nostalgia and just lob it at us. The problem is, this was a long dead property and nobody was really asking for it. And the film had immense marketing buzz behind it, right? An incredible amount of marketing behind it. And it had an all-star lineup of actors in it and all kinds of stuff, right? Well, the video game that we're going to talk about today is one of like 3 that I know of that got released out into the wild as tie-ins for this. And this one is based more on the comic strip than the film. This was released in 1990, and much like the game based on Who Framed Roger Rabbit that came out on the NES, this was incredibly ambitious. Problem is, everything's a bit clunky. Today, we're going to take a look at the NES port of Dick Tracy. Alright, now the Dick Tracy game involves a lot of detective work, actual detective work. You gotta solve, there's like 5 cases to solve, and the first one starts with a counterfeit $20 bill. And you piece together all these different clues. You gotta go looking for clues, find out where this counterfeit 20 came from, and find out who's shipping illicit goods and involved in different crimes and all that stuff. There's a lot of Dick Tracy's rogues gallery involved in this game, all that, right? And while some of these characters look like the characters from the film, all of the story is kind of centered around the old Dick Tracy comic strip, which makes it feel a little bit better than basing it just strictly on the film. There are a lot of little things in here that are kind of cool. There's a driving sequence. There's a lot of driving sequences. You got to drive to different locations and find clues and interrogate suspects. And then there's side-scrolling sections. And because he's a cop, you can't really shoot unarmed assailants. If you shoot unarmed assailants, you lose health, which is actually a cool little wrinkle gameplay wise. My thing is, the controls needed to be a lot better in this game for it to work. That was the thing that kept the NES Dick Tracy game from working well. The driving sequences are just frustrating. There's a lot of platforming in the side-scrolling sections, and that's frustrating. There are a lot of little things that kind of keep this game from being an actual good game, and that's sad because this could have been a good one. This could have sat up there. Well, I'm not gonna say it could have sat up there with Batman because Sunsoft put the ankles in Batman. That game is legendary. This though, this could have been good, but alas, it just falls into it just falls back into the same muck and mire of mediocre at best movie tie-ins that we got over the years. And yeah, it left a lot of us wanting a better video game. Now, if you decide you want a copy of Dick Tracy, it's not an expensive game. You can get it for as low as like $7-8. Actually, I would say you shouldn't pay more than $12 for a loose card of this game. It's one of those things that if you really want it, you can get it really, really cheap. I'll also say that this is the most varied of the Dick Tracy games that got released here in the States. There's a Game Boy game that takes out all the detective work and is strictly side-scrolling, and it's dull. It gets boring really fast. Then there's a Genesis game that's you just walk around shooting people, and that one gets boring even faster than the Game Boy version. So yeah, we didn't get a good Dick Tracy game. We got a lot of mediocrity, and maybe that's for the best, because let's be real, who was really asking for some more Dick Tracy in 1990? Like, really? But anyway, this has been the 8-Bit Animal, and I'll catch you beautiful people tomorrow. Tomorrow. Yeah, so you got this Jeep and you got this helicopter. We don't know what you gotta do with this Jeep and this helicopter. We just know you're gonna end up blowing some stuff up.